All right, I'm just going to get started. Hello, hello. Welcome to my room. This is Patricia from Perrin Paper Street, your dynamic art teacher. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the studio. It's 7 o'clock, which means we get to make stuff. I hope you're in the mood to make stuff because I am. I've been having a lot of fun preparing for tonight, something I don't normally do. I was working on master boards. Hello, hello. Sharon, how are you? Yeah, I started a few seconds early because I'm sitting here talking to myself for 4 minutes. I go back and I delete that later, but I'd rather be early than late. So, yay, Tom's ready. Woo! You got your scissors and your glue sticks and your paper? Because if you need any, I've got a whole room full of stuff. Yeah, so I was just saying that we're going to be making master boards. They're pretty fun. They're pretty easy. Most everything I'm beginning with on this channel anyways is beginner friendly. I like to think that, like when I was teaching, I just assumed that students didn't really know how to do a whole lot. So if you start from like, okay, do you know how to hold a pencil? Do you know how to hold your scissors? And then you go from there. So not to offend, but if we start a little bit towards beginner, then everyone feels welcome and then we can just grow together. So tonight we're going to do, I want to continue with the scrap busting. You don't have to use scraps. I've done scraps. I've done pretty papers out of a scrapbook, and I've done all kinds of other papers. I'll show you that in a second. So if you're bored with the whole scrap busting thing, that's fine. Like I said, I'm one of those people who can take a pile of scraps and go, ooh, what can I make with this? If you weren't here last week, you know what? I might as well just show you some of these because they're pretty awesome. These were, we made some collage clusters together. We were using, I did flowers, maybe a couple animals, and then over the weekend, I fell in love. I made these. And the background paper that the clusters are living on is paper bags, grocery bags, that I stamped on using handmade stamps or just chunky foam stamps. So I'll show you a few. And I just discovered how to make fun things with the gold circles. How cool is that? And the background is so awesome. And I love all the gold circles. And then here's a little bird one. You could read what it says. I used a Tim Holtz word phrases. Look at this cute little dog. You can't go wrong with animals. And if you miss the video, you can go back and watch it. But also there's a short video. I think it's not even a minute long, and it has all these kind of just making up like a little fashion show real quick for you. I think it's just like a few seconds, maybe a minute. But anyways, look how cute that cat is. And I found this container. I had a foil shaped. I didn't even know I had it, full of hearts and spirals, and I love the polar bear. I love how I put the heart in the middle of the circle. I punched it right out. It's fun when you sit down with your supplies and use them in a different way. I love the birds. And like I said, I put them on foam so they kind of pop out a little bit and they're more sturdy. And this one got that silly Weemaway song stuck in my head, but I love the lion. And just a couple more and we'll get started. But while we're waiting for people, oh, it's upside down birdies. There you go. Another little fishy, and I made it look like little bubbles in the water. That's so cool. My absolute favorite. Are you ready? Absolute favorite. I love my little wolf. So that's what we did before. So we did, what did we do the first day? Oh, we did the dynamic greeting cards. And then we went on to the collage clusters. And today we're going to continue by making master boards. Now, a master board is, when you take a bunch of papers and you glue them down to a bigger piece of paper, and then later on you transform that into smaller pieces of paper. It's a lot easier than that. But I'll show you a few that I made. I used an old atlas. This also goes along with what we were talking about before about using items that you already have in your house. So if you haven't had a chance to get to the store, or you just don't, want to spend money on supplies, and you want to be a little bit, more thrifty, or even more creative because you have to think outside, the artistic box of crayons, so to speak. I looked around my art room and I have books, like Time Life books from like the 40s to 60s, but the paper is so thin when I go to like make something out of it, it kind of tears. If I put like a layer of gesso over the top, it kind of makes it sturdier, but that's a whole nother show. So I pulled out an atlas. I pulled out an old children's book from, like, I won't tell you the age because people get mad about tearing up books. An old dictionary, coloring book pages, even word searches, and wallpaper. The wallpaper one's probably one of my favorites. But what I did is I went and I got a 12 by 12 piece of pretty thick cardstock, and I glued torn up map pieces all over it. And then when it was all done, I went back and I made a way of how you can use a lot of stamps at once. That's going to be a tutorial, so I don't want to give away the surprise now, but I stamped all over it. So this can be turned into like so many different things. So I did that one. And this one I liked. When you're gluing, be careful because I kept smudging it with my dirty glue fingers. But that's coloring pages from like, I think it's from someone gave me one from a coloring book from like the Dollar Tree. My thing is frozen over here, so I'm going to reboot. In this one, I actually started sorting out my scrap papers. I'm so proud of myself. And this one is, I really like this color green with a little bit of washi. And this one is wallpaper. It just looks yummy. I love all, like, it's hard for you to see the highlights of there's like gold in this paper. It's so pretty. And the last one, this was the really old children's book, and I did coffee stamps all over it, which is another way. Like I learned how to stamp a bunch of stuff at once. Now this one's cool because I did like postage stamps on a map. I mean, I thought that was pretty clever. Come on short notice. That was pretty clever. So that's what we'll be making tonight. So make sure you have, I'm going to show you the picture with the supplies written on it. And it's also posted on my channel under posts. But I'm going to hold this up for you. So the supplies you're going to need your 12 by 12 paper or cardstock. You can even use computer paper or smaller cardstock. That's fine. It just depends what you're going to turn it into at the end of the day. Pattern papers, you can use scraps or book pages, calendars, maps, wallpaper, etc. Always need scissors, always need glue sticks and liquid glue, ruler, paper slicer. If you have an ink and a dauber, great. If not, you don't need it. Ephemera, meaning the things that you're going to add to it later, like stickers, stamps, maybe some washi tape, images from wherever you get images out of scrapbooks or print them off your computer. Hello. Oh, Ruth is here. Hi. Yay, Ruth, you made it on. I'm so happy. I think I set the link up correct this time, so more people got on. Oh, I'm so happy. This makes my heart happy. All my friends are showing up. Thank you, everybody. Also a corner chomper or a rounder. I just called it a chomper. And one of my students, actually two of my students gave this to me. It says, "You rock." And because my last name in another language is rocks, which is funny. So anyways, Mrs. Perrin rocks. And of course I rock. But anyways, I digress. And it says from Jordan A and Jordan W, because I had two Jordans in the same art class. And they gave me this little chomper that rounds your corners of your paper. Okay. Rest of the supplies, I have a little container here that just has some like Sharpies and some black and white and some gold like gel pens and Posca pens. So we're going to get our supplies. And then what I might do now is I'm going to take this paper and if you want to take a screenshot of it, if you can see that, it's also up on my post, like I posted it up, but in case you can't get there, it's, this page and that page at the same time isn't doable. And you might want to take a picture of this so you can follow along. If you're on your phone, it's going to be hard for you to take a picture, but it's there anyway. So these are the basic directions. Basic, I say, because we all know me. And I might say we're going to do 1 to 8, and we're going to do like 1, and then the 7, and then the 4, and then the 2, and then 8's going to get there eventually. We will get it done, but it might be a little bit like this and not like this. So, all right. So I showed you my little clusters from last week. I'm so excited. My friends are here. This is the best day ever. I'm going to give you the definition of a master board because if anyone can fix this hair right here, I will give you $1 million. There it is. Okay. Because I know what it is when I explain it to myself, but if I'm going to explain it to someone who might not know what it is, then how about I give you a Google definition or AI, whatever comes up, it might be AI. So it says, according to Google, a master board is a large decorated sheet of paper or cardstock created by layering various scraps, ephemera, and textures, which is then cut into smaller cohesive pieces for use in junk journals, artist trading cards, or tags, and more. Even greeting cards. And I thought of some other ones. Oh, bookmarks. So I'm curious to see what at the end what you guys turn yours into. So I think that's it for supplies. I do have for ephemera. I just pulled out some stickers and I don't know, random stuff. And I have something I discovered. I'll show you guys that later. But okay. Every time I say the word scraps, if I had a quarter, I would be rich because I say scraps so many times. in these videos, so please bear with me. So let's make sure we have our supplies. And I was going to do one thing and then I changed my mind last minute because I have the right to, because, you know, I'm an artist. I was going to use this paper pack. My sister got it for me. It's pretty cool. I mean, it has like birds and clocks and stuff. But then, oh, and also I found this at the Dollar Tree like a couple years ago. So if you don't want to use like images, you can just use like cool patterns, like the polka dots in the different colors. Usually when you get a scrapbook, everything is cohesive. So you can see around the edge of this, all the images that it shows in there. It's all cohesive. So all these papers, when you go to make your board, are going to match. They're going to go together. Like this atlas that I found, and I tore up all these like countries. It goes together because all the maps have similar colors in them. So, and naturally, I mean, this one is just book pages. So of course it's going to go together. Anyways, okay. Whew. So I like to use 12 by 12 cardstock as my base. Oh, I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you this. I was going to use these, and then I changed my mind because I took a peek. I'll put these over here for now. He has a home, but I'll put him in his home later. I went over to my shelf. Oh, don't fall. If you could only see the piles in here, you would not even be amazed. You'd be like, that makes sense. Okay. One of my old friends gave this to me in their colors that I love. Like I love teals and greens. Very earthy. By the way, tomorrow's Arbor Day, and yesterday was Earth Day. So I'm kind of in this weird tree / leaf / bird, you know, go hug a tree kind of mood. But I really like this paper pad. And I decided I was going to use it as I was getting this video ready. So I don't have any of the papers torn, which is fine because I'm going to show you what to do with the papers anyways. So I guess we're all in this together from the beginning. No, I was not quoting a movie. I've never seen that movie. I don't want to see that movie. Okay. Does everyone have their base and their paper? I like the smiley faces. Hello, hello. Okay. Choose your papers. I chose my papers. You can use, you know, the 6x6. You can use like a pile of scrap papers that you have lying around. I got another pile together because I need to tell you, I love all of these colors. These are like really old pieces of like wallpaper. I mean, look how gorgeous those are. And I have to use them. So I kept these ones to my side. But because I already did one with scrap paper, or wallpaper, I didn't want to do another one. Okay. So we have our papers. Now, step number 2 is prepare your papers. So I'm going to tear mine because for some reason it's quick. It's pretty much faultless. And I don't have to keep twisting things around in my paper slicer. And then my paper slicer is dull. And then I get all like crazy and mad. So the first thing we're going to do is you can tear them, or you can cut them, or you can slice them. It's all up to you, whatever you like. But I try to make sure I have different widths. And okay, so this is one of my discoveries, how to store things. So this is leftover pieces of the book pages. So you can see that there's some thin, some tall, some fat, some skinny, whatever. So all different sizes. And it's best to have leftover pieces because you don't want to tear not enough. And then you start gluing everything down and then you run out and you have to go back and tear more. And that just, nobody needs that stress in their life, you know? So I even have, this one was the mat. I had a few mat pieces left over. So now if I want to do another one, I know where I have pieces to start off. Or if I just want to make something quick and small, here we go. I already have these together in my fancy storage system that I finally discovered, which I've had in this room for years. And I just discovered it. Good things come to those who wait. Okay. I'm going to pull this down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to give myself a little bit of room because I am getting kind of penned in with all my wonderful supplies in here. Oh, I love having all this stuff. It may be a burden, but it's also a blessing. So let's get these. Okay. Choose our papers. Check. I don't even need that. I'm going to put that over there. Excusez-moi, por favor. Let me get a sip of my tea. Is anyone drinking anything fun tonight? I have iced tea with lots of sugar. That's why I'm talking so fast. And there's water in here, but who wants water when you got iced tea? Homemade iced tea. All right, so we're going to prepare our papers. We're going to tear these down. I'm going to pull this down. You're not going to see my face for a few minutes, but don't be sad. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. All right, let's get this guy out of the way. Do we have enough room? All systems go. Houston, do we have a problem? No, we're good. Okay, so out of the pack, I just pulled out a few different ones. And let me tell you, I mean, what else am I going to use as paper? Look how pretty the glitter on the teal is. So this definitely needs to have a home tonight. This one I really like because it has like writing on it. It's kind of hard to see. And this one has more. Oh my goodness, look how pretty that is. It's metallic. Come on now. And this one, let me get this guy out of the way. This one is glitter. Look at the glitter. I mean, all this beautiful stuff, and I just hoard it. And then one day, like today, a miracle happens, and I decide to make something with it. And this one might be a little bit too much, but so, okay, my base is the same size as one of these pieces of scrapbook paper. So you're probably thinking, Patricia, do I need to tear up every single piece of paper down to nothingness? Or can maybe I just tear it half, depending on how many pieces of paper you want to use. So I might just tear them in half and tear them in half on the parts that I know, like I know I'm going to use this part. So this part I can put away and this part I can continue to tear down. Does that make sense? If you have smaller pieces of paper, of course, you're going to tear up the whole thing and make a good sized pile. It's always good to have leftovers for later. So I'm just going to pick out a few and I want to make sure they go together, but not like all look exactly the same, because where's the fun in that? And also when you go to glue them down, you're going to change the direction that they're facing. Like they're going to be facing random directions. I mean, if you want them to face all the same direction, like, I don't know, the way they come in the pack, go for it. But I kind of like, oh my goodness, this one is like plastic. Look at that. Okay, using all those. I don't think I want to use any of the plain papers. I'm going crazy. I'm using all the fun pattern ones. All right, so I got a few pieces. So I'm going to get this guy out of the way for now. And I'm going to show you how I start off with the tearing. So I do like to use my ruler. I hope you can, there we go. Hope you can see that okay. When I go to tear, I line up the edge of the ruler right at the tippy top of the paper. And I hold it down nice and tight. Put as many fingers up here as possible. My thumb down here. So let's hold it. It's pretty tight. And I just tear. Like that. Oh, I just remembered something before you start tearing, if you are tearing. I tore this and it's going to have a different edge than this. It's not that noticeable, but I think what I'm going to do is do the very tiniest tear around the edge to get them all. So all the pieces have that same edge. Because if I only do, like, I'm going to save that for later. Trust me, this bracelet's very loud. I apologize. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the sides off and I'll use them. They're not going to go to waste. That way, every edge, when I tear it down to size, it's going to have that rough paper feel. It may look like I'm using up a lot of paper, like it's going to go to scrap, but wait till you see what I do with these. You'll be amazed. Okay, is that it? Yeah, I can tell. Okay, now these little pieces of paper are not going to get thrown away. I'm just going to put them over here for now, and they're going to go home soon, but they don't have a home right now. Stay. That's my quote for today. Okay, how's everyone doing? I see smiley faces. We're good. Okay. If I'm going too fast, ding me and I'll slow down. But like I said, I'm going to tear a bunch. And then as I get them torn, maybe into these like nice rectangles, then I'll start tearing them down into thinner rectangles. And then even maybe a couple big squares. So there we go. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. You know what? I'm going to tear this one thinner because he's got like that dark brown in him, and I want to make sure I spread it through. Oh, damage control. There we go. Damage control. I just tore that guy. Now, we're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for our best. But, you know, I wouldn't mind being perfect. Who wouldn't, right? This guy, he's going to go in the pile over there because, you know, I hurt his feelings. And I'm going to take this bracelet off only because I feel like it's, sounds like my dog scratching at the door. It's so loud. There we go. Less noise, the better. Less noise, the better. What kind of papers are you guys using? Do you have like super bright papers or dull papers, dictionary pages, golden book pages? I have so many golden books from when I used to make those journals. And I didn't mind making the journals. It was fun, but I feel like I keep growing in a certain direction. I'm like learning my style. And the journals I make now, they're more just made with papers that I made myself. And I don't know. They just mean more to me. Now, remember to tear this part off because it has this is not a 12 by 12 because it has this strip. So make sure you take that strip off before you start tearing anything. I might as well just go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to rough up these edges. So I'm going to get all this torn off. Oh, Patricia. Let's do this right the first time, all right? Is everyone having a nice day? I went to visit a friend for breakfast. It was a good way to start the day. Of course, I took a little nap because when it's cool outside, perfect for napping with the kitty cats. One of them came right up on my shoulder. Snuggled me for a minute and gave you my energies. Now we're good to go. This one has, the edges are a little rough, but you know what? I don't care. I'm just going with the flow. Okay, so those are all the extra ones. Now we're going to tear the bigger ones. I mean, I could have done all this right beforehand, but what's a few minutes of tearing, you know, among friends, you know? Did you guys see my short video with the animals and that song was so much fun? I still have that song stuck in my head. And as I'm filming, I'm kind of dancing a little bit and I keep bumping my phone. And of course it's shaking everything around. Like, will you stop dancing and just record the video? There's always a reason to dance, right? All right, I asked a question. Someone said yes. Oh, so you had a good day, Sharon. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. I love your screen name. Sharing, Sharon. Sharon is very sharing. I might not use these browns because they're gonna be a little bit too dark for my bright greens. But okay, this guy, too many browns. I put them over there. Let's get to the fun. Ooh, here we go. We gotta get to the bright ones. Let's do. Oh my goodness! Come on, everybody. If you could just feel this. Oh, if you could be in my little world over here. Okay, rip this guy up try to rip him up the right way. There we go. All right, let's tear up the edges. I don't want to waste any of this glitter paper. It's so pretty. The other thing you could do when you have big scraps is you can go in, if you have any of those craft punches, like it's all the rage now, and I've had these forever. It's not a pride thing. It's just like, oh wow, now they're popular. But I have these craft punches that are like 1.5 inch squares, and then of course I have the circles. I've got is that a hexagon that looks like the beehive? I've got a bunch of different flowers ones. So you can go back in and like when you have your scraps and you can punch shapes out of them. I have a bird one and it makes wings and everything. So yeah. Okay. One more piece and we're going to start. I'm just going to tear the glitter part off of this and put the other one off to the side. Because like I said, I only need about half that paper and I'm just, oh, look how pretty that is. I can't wait to see what everybody makes. So this right here, I'm tearing up probably for 2, but I'm only going to do 1 today. And the bigger you tear them, the better, because you can always make them smaller. You know how we talked about that measure twice, tear once kind of rule? Okay, I'm just going to take this guy. Oh my goodness, look how pretty that is. All right. I know that noise is like loud, but it's so satisfying at the same time. Yeah. Are you guys using a ruler or a paper slicer or scissors? If you're using scissors, you can just turn it over and draw the lines. And oh my goodness, you could also use those fun, like wavy scissors. But when you go to glue them down, it might look a little wonky with all the waves and everything. But whatever. It's always fun to try something new. And if it doesn't work, who cares? It's just paper. No need to cry about it. No crying over torn paper. Here we go. Oh, look how pretty. I could just tear these down and make them into bookmarks. Like, there you go. Happy bookmark. I didn't want to tear that in half. It's so pretty. He's going to stay there because he's going to be a bookmark. There you go. I just made myself a bookmark. Yes, it's okay to keep stuff you make. I'm always giving my stuff away, which is fun and it's a blessing. But sometimes you just want to hold on to your special things. And that's okay. We're allowed to hold on to our special things. I'm so glad I have friends on. Tons on. Excuse me. Oh, look how pretty that is. All right. Did anyone have anything good for dinner? I just had a couple of hard-boiled eggs because I was like fighting with the program that makes the fun words that go across the screen, like on my thumbnails and stuff. And for the life of me, I just couldn't figure it out. And I'm in here like getting all frustrated. Like it's the end of the world because I can't figure something out. Woe is me. This looks so lame because I've got the wrong software. And then I fixed it. And then I was no longer upset. But I did not have sufficient time to think about my dinner. I just walked in there and saw some hard-boiled eggs. I was like, you know what? In a pinch, that'll work. Sometimes if you tear and they're crooked, it's okay. Just you can still use them. And before, when I was gluing down, I was gluing everything down like butting up. Oh, what's this say? Sorry, I rolled a pin. That sounds so good. Ham and cheese and a croissant. Hello, I'm coming over to your house. Let's do it. I can't keep bread in the house because in the middle of the night, if you know what I do with mayonnaise, I'm not even going to tell you. You can just type it in if you know me that well. But me and mayonnaise, I tell you, it's a sad addiction. But anyways, what we're talking about. Oh, when I was gluing them down, I was trying to glue all the pieces like together like a grid. And then one would be crooked or one would overlap. And I'm like, you know what? For this one, I am not doing that. I am overlapping because I have the right. Here we go. Well, I said this is all kind of like the same color, but when you cut them up later and you add things to them, like, you know, your stickers or your stamps or whatever. Wow, I really like that glitter. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that over there for now. Okay, I have so many of these papers. Yeah, when you add stuff on top of it, it breaks up the background anyways. One thing you can do, if you're a little bit feeling like spending extra time on this, if you have the ink dauber, this little guy in the distress ink, you could, before you glue things down, ink all the edges. If I wasn't on a time crunch, I think the next one I will do that. But for this one, I'm not going to ink the edges. I can show you what I did earlier. I took my book board, the book pages, and because I wanted it to kind of all like go together, I just very lightly just dragged this around it and gave it a little bit of that old antique feel, and it was perfect. So I didn't have to spend, you know, countless hours. There we go. Yay, I have all my pieces. Now these guys, I'm going to stack up and not lose because they're gorgeous. Go over here. All right. Okay. While you're still doing your papers, for 1 second, I'm gonna be distracted because I have to show you something. So when I have scraps, sometimes I just throw them in like the nearest little open container or a baggie, which it's not a horrible idea, but it's not the most organization friendly, I should say. So I think it was today I was making something and I had scraps left over. And it occurred to me that I was using, when you get stickers from the Dollar Tree, I was reusing the containers to put stuff in, like these little baggies. Sorry. And then I thought, oh my goodness, I have, believe it or not, oh, here's another one. Oh no, that's just an extra one. I have, from when I used to, when I sell journals and stuff, I have these large 6x9 clear envelopes with the sticky top. And I have this cardstock that got ruined, so I just tore it in half. I put it in there to give it some heft. And then I started putting all my scraps in these. So now I have this bin that's organized and I can just go pull them out. How amazing is that? And I organized some of the stickers that I was using. And even, of course, you're going to laugh at me, pieces left over from the coloring book masterboard because I have a plan for this. And if I don't, it's okay if it lives there for a few minutes. It's better than, you know, living in my big basket behind me. Now, these are the edges from the book pages. Can you guess why I kept these? They're manila. They're old. They have that really awesome feeling to them. Like, I can't explain it. It's got a good smell. So I saved these because I can use my Tim Holtz word stamps that I've shown you before. And I can stamp on these and put them back in a baggie. So the words are already stamped. And I have like, let me see if I have one already going over here. Hold on. Sorry. Give me a second while you're tearing over there. Maybe I used it up. I'm looking through my papers and I don't see it. Blah. Whatever. I just really want to show you. Is that one? Oh, here we go. Yeah. So like, hold on. It's okay. When I stamped on this paper, all those sayings, but how cool would it be to just use up the paper that I already have torn, you know? Anyways, so that's just an idea. Great. Now I want a ham and cheese croissant. Thanks a lot. No, I'm kidding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and it's about the right size, and I'm going to slide it into one of those envelopes. But because I don't have one right next to me, I'm just going to put this way in the back, and it's going to go under the to be filed section. All right, we cut our papers. Okay. Are we ready to glue? Yes or no? Oh, if you're tearing with a ruler, keep it by you. Because when you go to put pieces together and something might not line up, you can tear it like right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do a quick kind of keep the papers that are the same kind of together. I probably should have done that from the beginning, but I'm talking and distracting myself. So these kind of go together. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. I'm so glad I pulled out that pack of paper because I don't know why I hoard things. Might as well use them. I have 800,000 stickers, and I'm not even exaggerating. I think I'm going to make something with stickers soon. I think we might have made them before when I was doing the live during COVID. I really enjoyed making the Twinchies. Those are so much fun. And I know I taught a thing at the with friends in person before. So I might want to do, where does this guy go? He's like, I don't know, over there somewhere. It doesn't really matter. Okay, here we go. So we've got some light greens. We've got some of this pattern. We've got that. I think this goes with this. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to put this with that. There we go. Underneath all the shiny stuff. This is the shiny pile. There we go. And this goes here. You know what I need? Can you tell by looking what I need? I might need some more blue. So I'm going to do the thing I said I wasn't going to do. And I'm going to use that blue one with the circles all over it. And I'm just going to tear off a few. I think I want to use, do I want to use that one or is that too crazy, everybody? What do we think? This one's kind of plain though. Oh, I don't know. Do we have any votes? All right. You know what? I'm just going to do a few of these and see what it looks like. Because like I said, I'd rather have too much than not enough. Oh, how pretty is that? Have any of you ever made, I'm only going to tear on these sides, made a masterboard before? Or heard of it? Oh, this guy's so crooked. I'm going to give up on my head. Hold on. That sound, I tell you. Okay, I'm not going to tear that part up. I'm just going to tear some of these. Because we don't have all night. Look at the time. Oh, yeah, we're good. We got about an hour, which is probably what it's going to take to... Now, we're going to decorate the boards. Some people like to glue everything down and then go and cut it up. Some people like to glue it all down, add the ephemera, and then cut it up. It all depends on your level of comfort with that. I generally, I don't know, I've only made a few. So I've made them before where I glued everything down and then stamped all over it. I showed you a couple of those, right? But there's also the idea that you can glue all your papers down, cut it up, and then add stuff, which I can show you one of those in a minute. Like add your stickers later. Because it's fun. If you want to like get everything glued down and then you turn it over and you cut it upside down so you can't see what you're cutting. So it's a surprise at the end. Like you get a total surprise. Like, oh, what's it going to look like? What paper is it going to cut? Where's this image going to be, you know, in relation to the rest of the images? It's kind of fun. All right. A couple more of these and I think I'm going to glue. I just use a regular glue stick. I use the liquid glue for things that are three-dimensional or thick, like heavy. You don't need a lot of supplies, but it's always good to err on the side of caution. Here we go. Filing for later. Tear a couple of these. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tear a couple at once because why not? Oh, yeah. Let's see if that works. Yes. So much faster. You just got to hold it down nice and tight. Okay, now we have some selections. Okay, I'm going to get this guy out of the way for now because I don't need him right yet. And my first step now, oh, someone's writing something. Hold on, I have to put my glasses on. I wear them on my head, but I actually need them on my face. Ha ha ha. Ruth. You're the best. Crooked is my middle name while crafting. I don't know how to like comment on your comments. Like, I don't know. I go to do it and then something happens. Oh, here we go. Tell me. Crooked is my middle name. Hey, you know. Here we go. Okay. Done laying on the table. Now I'm going to pick out a color. I'm going to spread these so I can have some room here. I'm going to pick out a color cardstock that kind of matches because I might want to make this into a journal cover and I don't want like this pretty blue and green on top of this really bright like yellow or orange. Like that would be kind of jarring. So I found this the other day. I didn't realize I had it. It's just this really old envelope with scrapbook papers in it. Oh wait, is that an actual blue one? No, it's purple. Sorry guys, I do not like purple. Nope. That is the least. Oh, is that blue? Look at that match. It was meant to be. And there it goes. It was meant to be. Okay. I'm going to tear. Okay. I'm going to tear this off and stop saying okay for one thing. This is that banner. And I'm not worried about like the perfect edge because I'm going to trim around it later. Now, I'm getting ready to glue. And I don't want to glue my pieces on top of this because then if I make it into a journal cover, then it's going to be white on the inside. So I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to glue on this white side. So if I want to fold this into a journal, the inside of it will be blue. Does that make sense? So the side that you don't want, the side that you're not going to see is the one that you're going to put your papers on. Make sure before you start gluing that you have a damp cloth. I have some little, the wet wipes over here and one of those little towels. Where did it go? Oh, of course I lost them. I'm probably sitting. Anyways, like a little, is it right here? Readers are hard to see through when you're not reading something. Excuse me while oh, here it is. It fell next to my foot. Okay. So I have the wipes, but I also have this because sometimes the wipes are just too wet. So you don't want to get glue on the end of your fingers. And when you're gluing things down, they get dark for some reason, and then you smudge stuff. And I smudge some of mine, and it's not the end of the world, but I could probably cover up the smudge with like a sticker or something. All right. Step number 3, we have chosen our papers. We have torn our papers. Now we will glue our papers to our base. So this is our base. And when you start, you can start in the middle and work your way out, but then things are going to be hanging over the edge. That's fine. You can trim it off. You can also start from the outside corners in this and work your way in. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm feeling a little nutty, and I think I'm going to start from the center because last time I started from the corners and the outside, and I had all these little gaps. If I start in the center, it's going to be cut up anyways. So it's not going to be like your center of focus right here. We're not worried about center of focus because things will be getting cut up. No, I'm not saving that strip. I'm not that crazy. So I'm starting in the middle. And then I'm going to put them like together, kind of like Tetris on the outside, if that makes sense. So I'm going to get, I like to have, I'll put this over here. I like to have, like I said, that magazine where I use when I put my glue down, because if I could probably put glue right here and flip it over, but the least amount of surfaces that my glue comes in contact with, the better. So if you have an old magazine or just a pile of old, like, envelopes or, scrap paper. I said scrap again. Is anyone keeping count? I actually have some brown paper bags that I tore up, but I think I'm just going to pull out this magazine. I know I think I gutted this one and I used all the good stuff in it. So this one's safe to glue in. Excuse me. All right, here we go. I'm going to start in the middle. And I'm going to start with this gorgeous one because he's the star of the show, right? Okay, hold on. My glasses are all messed up. All right. And I have a few glue sticks. And I always save a few of these caps because sometimes I'll drop one on the floor and I'll never see it again. And I'm sitting here with like, I need a lid. So these are also fun for, you can stamp with them if you want to make, whatever, printmaking stuff. So anyways, I like to keep some of those lids. And then when I look at my drawer and see that I have 17 lids, I realize, okay, I don't need that many. And I start to throw them away, but better safe than sorry. Oh my goodness, I thought I lost this guy. So I'm pushing down pretty hard, and I don't mind if the glue comes out a little bit much because I don't want it to, okay, you're not gonna be able to see this as well, but I'm putting this on the edge of the table because I want him to be straight, if that makes sense. Sorry, you have to look at the, okay. And I like to use this little, you can use like an old card, like a store card or a credit card. And then I just like to smush it down. So that way, when we go to cut, there's not any air pockets, because I went to cut the other one that I made, and there's some air pockets and it kind of puffed up a little bit, where the glue didn't get like really cemented to the paper. So if you don't have one of those, you can also use, like, the back of your scissors. You can just go like that and just kind of push it down, but it's really not super important. Okay, here I go. Are you guys gluing down yet? This is great. And I don't want anything that looks too similar, because then, ooh, I'll do that one. L. We'll do an L. All right. I still see Ruth's comment, crooked is my middle name. That's so funny. I wonder if like your middle name could be crooked, but in another language, like in French. So it'd be like pretty. That's funny. All right. My chair is so squeaky. Oh, this is kind of fun. Now I have to pace myself because I don't want to use up all my pretty, you know what? How many pretty ones do I have? I don't use them all at once because I want everything to have some shiny, and this is fun. Oh my goodness. I like this so much better than the other way, than starting in the corners, because we're going to turn this over, flip it over and trim it anyways, and this is so much, more fun to line things up this direction. Now I'm using, you could probably see a lot of my pieces are the same size. It's okay because it's going to be getting cut up, but I'm going to look now and be more deliberate about the sizes that I'm using. Okay. So maybe I'll use this skinnier one up here. Yeah, why not? There we go. Cool. Yeah, this page is about ready to flip. So every few glues, flip it over. My chair squeaky. Can you hear it? Hey, it's a cozy chair. I got it off the side of the road somewhere long ago. It does the trick. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of a white gap right here, but I don't mind putting a skinny piece there and trimming it off later. I can always trim one down and fit it. Another thing is I'm lining mine up. You can always overlap. I'm just lining them up because I don't want this to get too thick, and especially if I'm going to be folding in half or something. So for right now, I'm just lining them up, like butting them up next to one another. When I'm all done and I cut them up and I think, oh, this one's kind of boring and it doesn't have enough sparkle, I can always glue another piece on top of it. So these can be like a work in progress, even after you're done making it. But I'm just going to tear mine right up. I'm going to go nuts right when we're done. Oh, this is so fun. See, this has the tiniest little smidge hanging over, and I'm just going to line it up there. So I overlapped a little bit, but it was kind of necessary. All right. Here we go. I'm so glad it was cooler because I know I mentioned this before, but I'm a sweatshirt weather girl. Like, I need to be wearing my hooded sweatshirts. I would wear them every single day for the rest of my life if the weather permitted. It's just a comfort thing. I had a big sweater on yesterday. Oh, so cozy. All right, what do we say about oh, look how pretty that is. I mean, they're kind of the same size, so I might as well just tear this guy down. Where did I put my ruler? Oh, there he is. I'm going to tear this guy in half because we need some thinner pieces over here. Here we go. I love that ruler. I was going to buy a serrated one, a ruler with the serrated edges. They're only like $9 on Amazon, but I have a wooden one over here, and my husband mentioned something about having this. Oh, maybe it goes there. No, it goes there. I don't know. We'll put it there. About having this like old file that he's never used and doesn't need it. So maybe before my next art adventure, I will see if we can dig up that file, and then I can just run it across the ruler and then serrate the edges myself. So no need to spend any more money on something when you got it at home. Oh, this is cool. I'm just going to put this down there to kind of balance it out. Every now and again, take a peek at your paper. You can even twist it while you're working on it to kind of change your angle. And if you squint at it, that's what I taught the kids when we're making paintings and stuff, especially. Always take a little step back, squint, and you can see where the colors are balanced out. So if I squint at this, I've got a lot of green and then this one big blue one. So this green down here is kind of balancing, but I might want to put some of this blue here too. It doesn't have to be 100% balanced, but trust me, like it's easier on the eye. It's not as jarring. So I'm going to remind myself to put some, maybe I'll put some of this, even a little piece of blue there to balance it out, but also trying to balance out the sparkles. That's the problem when you have like so many patterns, you're trying to balance everything out. You don't want, oh, I can't have this one touching this neighbor because of the same color. Like seriously, like I don't have time for that madness in my life. I just want to make stuff. Glue it down. Here we go. All right. How about a skinny piece? We'll do another one. Who cares? Who cares? I do like, oops, skinny little pieces. Oh, that was meant to be, my friends. That fit right in there. That fit right in there. Okay, I'm going to hurry it up a little bit because I want to get onto the slicing and dicing and the ephemerizing. Is that a word? Ephemerizing? We just made up a new word, friends. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. That's got a lot of sparkles. More sparkles. What am I going to do? You know what? I'm going to get a really... Oh, that's really big. Do I want that big piece? No, I don't. That's too big. Little square. So if this gets cut, we'll have that. What do we want, friends? How about this one? Wait, this one. Wait, that's the same size. Interesting. What if I put it... I know. I'll put one going off the edge. So that way. Okay, so I'm going to get an eyeball where it fits. And I'm going to bend it. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to tear it. There we go. Doesn't have to be exact, but let's aim for close enough, right? Ta-da! I'm a paper tearing magician over here. Tearing away. So tomorrow is Friday, which means I should probably clean up the studio because it looks like a bomb hit in here. I would like to have Fridays be my reflection day, you know, clean up the mess, what worked, what didn't work. But I'll probably sleep until noon. I'm kidding. I bought myself an alarm clock, people, because I use my phone as my alarm clock. And I know people are going to say, oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's not good for your brain. I get it. I know. I just, I use it for my alarm clock. But I hit snooze. So what's the point of having an alarm clock if you're going to turn it off? So being the adult that I am, I purchased an alarm clock for pretty cheap on Amazon. And I got it today. It only took one day. So I'm going to put it across the room. And hopefully, with my phone alarm and my alarm, I will get up and get the day started in a timely manner. I don't know where to put the... I don't know about this brown. You know, like I like it, but I might save him for like a Twinchy because he kind of, when I add him here, I don't know if you can see, but when I add him to the mix, he's just kind of, he's a little bit too dark for all my sparkles and stuff. Look at me sparkling. Oh my goodness. I would not let the kids use glitter when I first started teaching. And then I got to the point where I was like, why not? Like a day without glitter is like no fun. Oh, I'm going to, well, who cares? I'll do that. Yeah. So glitter became a normal thing in the art room. This one's going to get, layered on top, and that's okay because I'm not going to try to fit a piece here. And then like, no, that's too much work. Oh, look at this big long strip. Let's do it. So later, when we're all done, if you can somehow send me a picture of, oh, that's too similar. Oh, bummer. You know what? I'm going to turn this around and put it, I guess I'll put it right here. Nope, that's way too. Oh, Patricia, what are you doing? Talking too much. There we go. Put that one there. Talking a little bit too much. All right. Yeah. So maybe when we're done, people can send me a picture. I'm going to trim this off right now because it's got glue on it and it's going to keep transmitting glue all over the table. There we go. Get you out of the way. Yeah, I like to see what people make. I get so excited. It's one of the best things about teaching art, besides hanging out with people, is seeing how creative you are. Everyone's creative in their own way. Everyone's an artist in their own way. All right, I'm going to turn this one this way. Oh, this is starting to balance out really well. I'm never starting from the outside in again. That was a little frustrating. All right, I'm going to go faster. I'm not going to talk as much. I want to get this done so we can move on to the next part. All right. Oh my goodness, even my coaster matches. One of my friends, a neighbor down the street, made that for me one year. People know me that I like some colors. Ooh, let's put that right there. I was getting my hair cut the other day. Unfortunately, it needs to be recut because it's crooked, but whatever, you know, first world problems and all. But I don't know anything about anything. Like, I'm so not in the know. I just don't know anything. And I asked the guy doing my hair, which I really like, and I'm going to go back and he's going to fix up my little crooked pieces. But I said to him, hey, have you done any interesting, you know, hair lately? Whatever. And he said, yeah, I had this lady get her money strip done in a certain color, like pink or something. And I'm thinking, what is the money streak? Is that like when someone has like a little bit of gray coming down? But I have no idea. But I was like, oh, I could get a money streak. And guess what color I would get? I'm like, I would get teal. And I was talking to a friend today about that. And she says, no, you're not. I'm like, you know, if I ever did, you know, dye my hair, a teal streak, I think would totally balance out the gray. It would be so cool, but I ain't going to do it. I made a promise to my husband I would never dye my hair. And I prefer au natural. Oh, that's right on the edge, but we're gonna leave it there. Let me trim him off. There we go. There we go. It's okay to trim as you go. All right, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? I need more of this guy. I'm just gonna put him down here. Put him right there. All right, go faster. Let's get this thing finished. I don't even know where I was gonna put it. I'll just put it right there. Oh my goodness, this is like putting together a big puzzle that we make on our own. This is so fun. I've discovered a new thing that I love, people. This is it. The master boards. Okay, have I used a lot of this guy yet? What's this one? Nope. Not gonna happen. I don't really like that one. What's this one? I do like the blue with the writing on it. I really like that a lot. I'm using it a lot, though. Who cares? Who cares? I either hear doves outside or a coyote. I think it's the doves. The coyotes are creepy sounding. The doves are pretty sounding, so that's probably what I'm hearing. Rip up that glue as we go. All right, turn it this way. This is fun. Oh, it's a little crooked. Usually you can get the paper to pick up and move. There we go. Well, it's still wet. Oh, I can hear my dog outside the door. He's probably like, Mommies, what are you doing in there? That's too much. I feel like I'm running out of, because I'm not using these. There we go. I feel like I was running out of paper, but I'm not. I'm not using the. All right. Do we overlap on that one? I'm going to put it right there. I don't care. Wow. Yeah, I don't like hearing the coyotes at night. It kind of creeps me out. I mean, I'm inside and I'm safe, but it's kind of very creepy feeling. Where is my thing? There it is. Awesome. Okay, now I need another one of these guys. Or girls. I'm right there. Might as well trim this guy down a little bit. Yeah, so finding those, I mean, I knew I had those clear bags. They're in a bin that says clear bags. So I knew I had them. I just never thought to use them to store my papers in and my stickers. Oh, you have coyotes? Yeah. Kind of scary, huh? Oh my goodness, when I used to run, we can talk about paper packaging and scraps in a second. Scraps, I said it again. When I used to run before all of my, things that keep me from running now happened, I was running. I left my house. The house, one of the houses we lived in was in North Kingstown, and I left my house and I was running along. And on the other side of the road, here I'm here, and over here is a coyote, and we were like running, and then we came like across the street from each other, and we stopped and stared at each other, and we both ran as fast as we could the other direction. I was like, oh my goodness, that's the closest I've ever been to coyote. I don't ever want to be that close again. It's funny now. It was funny, but when I'm by myself, I didn't have mace or anything back then. I was just, out naive, running, loving life, not worrying about anything. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so coyotes. They say, oh, they're more afraid of you than you are of them. I mean, if there's only one of them, sure, but when there's like a pack of them, forget it. No way. No one's more scared. Oh, I kind of messed up on this one. I'm gonna flip it. No. Darn, I'm talking and I'm not measuring correctly. Oh, you know what? Maybe this will fit right here. Will you fit right here? I'm going to make that one fit right there. A little bit overlappage, but yeah. So those, what do we call them? The envelopes that I used to like put greeting cards in to sell, or the journals in to sell, make the best storage. And I stand by that, and I will continue to use them. I love when I find something that I've had and I haven't been using, and I'm like, I put it to good use, Okay, this guy is too similar. We'll put him right here. You know what? Oh, there we go. He can overlap right there. There we go. Excuse me. It's so fun. We have like lots of deer here, like all the time. It's so fun when Willoughby sees one, or he sees a rabbit, or he's convinced he saw a snake in our well once. So he's always stopping at the well and climbing in and looking for a snake. Oh, so adorable. So cute. All right. All my papers are getting mixed together. That's okay. I need to find something about Yay Big. Oop, nope. Oh, I'll trim it down a little bit. There we go. My phone's lighting up. Who is that? I know. Oh, my sister said something. Not there right now. I'm right here. I keep doing the wrong sizes. Well, this was fun until I keep doing the wrong sizes, and now I'm starting to get just a little bit frustrated. You know what? I'll put him right there. All right. Are we all about on the same? Oh my goodness. We do not have time to finish these today. I'm so sorry. I talk so much. I wonder if I should just go ahead and, I don't know, cut that one up that I already made, and then we can see what it turns into. Or I could do a, well, I mean, I gave you the steps and everything, but all right, I'm going to put this guy off to the side for a minute, and I will finish him later because I did not realize it was going to take that long to make one while I'm talking. So we'll leave these here. I'm just going to pile these pieces on top of this guy. So yes, pretend that this guy's done, and I'm going to switch him out for one that I already did. And you can pause and watch, or you can watch it later. And I will show you right now how to cut them up and what to use them for. So what I generally do is I like to cut mine into the size of card fronts. And I worked out the math for it. And I will tell you the math for it once where did I put them? If anyone could find the master boards that I've already made. Oh my goodness, my life. All right, well, I guess I'll flip around this way and look. Okay, there you go. Okay, they're under the paper. Okay, here we go. We don't need him anymore. Get you out of the way. Okay, so I will show you on maybe the green one, because I love it, but I'm not like 800,000, percent in love with it. So if I make a mistake. So, excuse me. If you want to do, I think I told you this, but I didn't tell you, and you might want to write it down. Excuse me as I look at the notes here. So make sure you get, okay. I'm going to write this down for you, and you can file it away. Where's all my paper? All this paper. Okay. Give me a second. I'll write it on the back of this guy because he's okay. So if you want to use a card topper, and I'll post this on my page after this. A card topper is not the full size of the front of the card. It leaves a little 1/4 inch around. So it's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay, that's your card topper. If you want to make a postcard, these are very easy to cut into postcards. Those are postcard is, hold on one second, 4 by 6. And that is very easy. You just flip this over. You mark it off 4 and 8, and then you go the other direction and you mark it at 6. So you're cutting it in half, or you're cutting it into 3s and then cutting them in half. So you're going to get 6 postcards if you want a postcard. Artist trading cards are exactly what they sound like. They're also abbreviated for ATCs. Those are like the size of baseball cards or any kind of popular trading cards. And those are, 2.5 by 3.5 inches. Okay. You can also do bookmarks. You can do tags. Anything else you can think of that I'm not thinking of, etc. Okay. So I'm going to leave this right here so you can copy that down. I hope you can see it. And I'll also put this on my, I'll post it under the posts. Okay. So this guy I'm going to turn into card toppers. So I'm going to flip this over and I'll tell you real quick. So it's 4 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches, which is great. But 5 1/4 and 5 1/4, add them together, you get 11. So I'm going to take off an inch and then I'm going to turn it around and then I'm going to cut them into 4s, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my ruler and not my paper slicer because I just want to show you. So this is measuring 12 inches and I only want it to be 11. So I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to mark 11 here. I'm going to go down here, make another 11. And then I'm going to line up my ruler perfectly on the edge, on the top. And if it's a little crooked, I'm not going to cry about it. We can always, trim it down later. Okay, I'm going to, oh, there's my line. There's my line. Does that look good? Looks good enough for me. Okay. Now, if I'm doing this correctly, that's about an inch. Let me measure it and see if it's about an inch. It's a little crooked. It's about an inch. Let's see, what's this? It's about an inch. Okay. I'm tempted to just use my paper slicer, but it's the principle of the thing. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Then I'm going to take my scissors and excuse me, little scraps. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to cut this guy down. And then, this is fun. Okay. Now, let's measure him and see what he is. It should be, let's see if I did this right. This should be 5. This should be 11. Oh my goodness, ruler. Oh, like seriously, the first day using a ruler in my life. Okay, cool. So this is 11. So 5 1/4. Oh, I did that wrong. 5 1/4 plus 5 1/4 is 10 1/2. Seriously? Okay, so 5 1/4 right there. And then I'm going to measure it 5 1/4 from here, which is 10 1/2. I don't even know. I quit. I give up on life right now. I'm getting my paper slicer. Sorry, guys. I'm throwing in the towel. All right. Bye, Ruth. All right. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Tune in next time and we'll have some of these finished. Time gets away from me. What can I say? All right. So this has to be 10 1/2, right? 5 plus 5 is 10 plus 1/4. Yeah, 10 1/2. Oh my goodness. Math. All right, cool. I'm not that far off. What's this one? I don't want to cut it twice if I don't have to. Yeah, this is the side that I started on, I think. Here we go. Okay, now these should be 4, 4, 4, and 4. Okay, so 10 1/2. So 5 1/4. Patricia, let's do this right the first time. 5, where the C is, that means card. I marked it for myself. Oh, perfect. Yay. So we have these. I'm going to flip them this way. Now we're going to do 4 inches because that's the other dimension. And I should be able to get 3 of these. Oh, this is so great. So I get 3 of these guys. And I'm going to get 6. So if you do it correctly, you'll have like a little bit more than an inch piece of paper left. You can use it for something. I'm probably just going to throw that one out because I really can't think of what to do with that inch right now. And I've got so many projects going on at once. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. Okay, now that's that. Yay me. The next step is you can go ahead and start decorating these. What I want to do is I want to ink the edges. No, I don't. I'll do that last. I'm going to go ahead and pull out, I don't know what I want to decorate with. Do I want to use flowers? Do I want to use trees? I have a basket over here that says everything trees. So let's pull out the trees. I'm in that kind of mood today. So these guys can live over here. They don't need you anymore. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my little, I've got a big, actually, basket over here full of tree stuff. But I really like these little guys. I got these a while back. They're trees. Excuse the noise. Yeah, oh wait, we're good. We got like 25 minutes. We're good. Here we go. All these beautiful trees. Do we need a little fashion show? Probably not, but I'm going to pull out the ones that are speaking to me. Oh, I love this guy. I don't know what the, this might not turn into a card like I would send to somebody. I might just put it in one of my journals because you can never have too many trees in your life. Oh, I love this one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'll do that one. I could always add washi. Okay, those are a few that I like. Okay, so I'll put these out of the way for now. And before I put the tree on, I think I want to knock back some of that white because it's so bright. We'll knock back some of that. I might live to regret it. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to spend the time, I could cut this out, like get rid of some of that white, but let's see what it looks like. It's not horrible. So what part of the card? Oh, this is fun. I didn't even look at the cards. Let's check this out. So these are the cards that we got. It's a total surprise, right? Because I had it turned upside down when I cut it. How cool is that? Look how pretty those are. Wow, I love them all. And this was just scrap paper that I was hoarding and not, you know, organizing. Okay. Oh, I like, oh, he can fit right here. It's like he belongs there. I'm going to put him right there. So I think what I'm going to do now is just add some trees to these. And then later I'll go back and maybe, I think I'll do some stitching around the edge. You can stitch around the edge if you have a sewing machine. I also have these really cool, you know what? I should probably do that first. I'm going to put that in my hand. I have these really cool stamps. And they're meant to be stitches for when you're sewing around something. So that's kind of dirty, but if you can see the different patterns. How cool is that? So my one big stamp block is being used for something else. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this guy. And it's okay if I only get like the center, as long as he stays on there. Okay. Now I need a piece of paper to put this on. Let's get a piece of this paper. There we go. There we go. Let's tear this paper down. I got all kinds of scraps over here for gluing and whatnot. Okay, we'll put him here because I don't want to get ink on that. And then you can see that a little bit better. I pull you down a little bit more. I don't know if that helps or not. We can see my T. That doesn't help. And then over here I have, dun, 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 I think this is actually some ink that works for me. So I will go ahead and stamp this guy. Hopefully he doesn't fall off. Oh, that looks great. Perfect. I'm going to push that down. Oh, don't worry. I will show you what this looks like in a second. So cool. I'm glad I pulled these out. I haven't used them in a minute. Oh, it totally looks like sewing. I don't need a sewing machine in my life. I got this. Cool. I think I always pick the same design too. Cool. I'll hold this up so you can see it. Can you totally see the stitches on that? Sorry, there's a shadow. Isn't that cool? It looks like strings and everything. And it kind of brings out some of this black. So cool. I added a stitch. I might as well put this guy away while I'm at it. Oh my goodness, that song is in my head. How funny. It's so funny. I'm not going to sing it. It's just living rent free in my head. Okay. Now I can put this guy. Where did he live? Did he live there or did he live here? I think I'm putting him right here. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? That's off to a good start. Do we add words to him? I do have my Tim Holtz words. Like I said, I put them in these containers. I've got the black and white. And then you know what? I never use the colors, but maybe today's the day that I pull out the blue ones. Let's see. I don't know. Are they going to get lost in there? What about if I use the burgundy? Why not? Let's do it. Let's just put it on there. How about do what you love what you do, because good things are going to happen. Believe in yourself. La la la. Live your dream with passion. That is what I'm doing right now. I'm living my dream with passion. Live your dream with passion. Let me make sure this is on the edge of the table so this is totally straight. Live your dream with passion. I'm going to add another one. Why not? I'm going to make it say, hold on tight to your dreams. I ripped it. Well, good thing I have scissors. I can even it out. Hold on one second. Oh, I see. I didn't rip it. Okay. Hold on tight to your dreams. I'm going to line him up on the edge here, close to the edge so he's straight. How about one more? You can never have too much encouragement in your day, right? Oh, he's so crooked. Hold on. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing over here. My hands are being, there we go. One more. How about, ooh, today is full of possibilities. I woke up today knowing I was going to do this video, and it just made my day. This is what I live for. Teaching, sharing, encouraging. Where should I put this one? Oh, how about I put it on top? Oh, I'm overlapping. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. And I might go back in and add, who knows? I have little gold craft, gold glitter flowers and hearts, and I have more tree stuff. Maybe I could add some like leaves or something. Do I have any cool leaves? Oh, these are kind of see-through. I mean, I like it, but I don't think. Oh, I could have made a little forest. I could have put a few trees like next to each other and behind. Oh my goodness, I have like a whole thing of stamps too. Why did I not pull out the tree stamps? Well, maybe that'll be like for the next ones. But I think all of these are going to end up being trees because I have so many tree things and I love trees that I'd be sad not to use them. All right, so how about we leave this one here for now? And I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to ink up the edges just a little bit to kind of pull it together. I'm sorry, they got scraps and stuff everywhere. So hopefully you got the sizes if you're wondering what size to make stuff. And you can go online and you can even look up master boards and what to use master boards for. Once again, this is the Distress ink. This color is Walnut Stain. It's my favorite. It's dark. I like it. Cool. I don't think I'm gonna okay, that's why I wanted it to be white. I was thinking of the blue one. I don't think I'm gonna turn these into cards. I think I have a journal that's all tree stuff. So I might make these into little journaling cards so I can write things on them. Like maybe tonight when I'm done, I can go back and write on the back of this one, like what a great class we had together. And what was my favorite part about the class? Did someone say something funny? Excuse me. What I'm working on next, those kind of things. So I think I'm going to make another tree if you all don't mind. And on this one, I'm going to be a little different. And I'm going to pull out these other tree stickers. That's interesting. That I've had for a long time. Let's see which ones. You know what? I'm liking this. No, I don't know. Do I like that one? I don't know. Which ones do we like? Oh, I like this. Okay. We'll put you off to the side over there. In this one, look at that. I'm going to use these trees and kind of line them up next to each other. Oh, and they're see-through. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. I love this tree. It's making me so happy. Yeah, use up the stuff you have. Like, I don't know why. Oh, you love using the clear stamps? Yeah, I tell you. I don't know why I hold on to stuff. I mean, it's just silly. So now I'm in this mode where, oh, is it just the right size? Let's see. I don't want the tip to, I can't, you know what? Give me a second. I can't put this down until I do the edges. What I'm saying is I don't want to keep buying more stuff. I mean, paper, yes. Paper is always okay, but I mean, you can buy whatever you want whenever you want it. But I have so many stickers, and so I'm sitting there thinking, what can we do with all the stickers? I mean, my first thought is Twinchies because, you can make a lot of Twinchies with, a pack of stickers, bookmarks, tags, you can do anything with stickers. So one of these shows might be on stickers one of these days, if y'all don't mind. And I don't know why I'm saying y'all. I normally don't say that, but if you all don't mind, we can do a sticker project. Oh, I forgot to put the brown paper down. Oh, well, I think I discovered that you can use one of those magic erasers. Like if you get ink on a surface that you don't want ink on, and there's no need to, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stamp all this. There's no need to get upset about it. I can't see. Oh, I should see your craft room. Oh, your yarn. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I do not have, I am so like in awe of you because I do not have the wherewithal or the patience to deal with yarn. I've tried a couple of times. I'm done. I threw in the towel. I would knit something so tight and I don't understand. I can't do it. I mean, yeah, math and art are very similar, you know, problem solving and steps and everything, but oh my goodness, no, thank you. So I am very in awe of an appreciation of people who can knit and crochet and all those fun, you know, fiber arts. I mean, I don't even have a sewing machine. I hot glue my curtains together. I mean, seriously, people. You got a hot glue gun, you're good to go. Oh, this is so fun. I'm glad I'm doing, I don't know what step we're on right now, but I'm glad that I am inking these all at once. I mean, it might as well while we have the ink and the stamp out, right? Because once I put it away, I'm glad I remembered I had these. And this is just making so much noise. Thank you. Get out of my way. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Get this one done. This is fun. Yeah, I've had this stamp set for a really long time. But it wasn't expensive. And I used it a lot before. So let's see, what time is it? Oh, good. We got plenty of time to... I'm glad we had a few minutes to decorate these because I didn't want to leave you hanging, you know. Not that you couldn't figure it out, but I always like seeing how things are made, and then I get inspired to try it, and then I end up doing something similar, and then I change it into something different. And yeah, all art is inspired art, you know, from others, and what we do with it, you know, we make it our own. And I will give credit where credit is due. Don't you worry. Okay, let's put these back over here. Yay, we are done with the black ink. I can't believe this ink actually worked. Thank you, Lord. Here we go. All right. I found good ones at, oh yeah. Oh yeah, the clear blocks. Yeah. You know, that store that I used to frequent that used to be $1. Unfortunately, they do not have a lot of stickers anymore, which is sad because some of the best stickers I have are from there. Oh, look at how pretty. Oh my goodness. Doesn't that just make you happy, or is it just me? I love trees so much. I've always loved trees since I can remember. High school even. I remember, like I said, I was in the ecology club and all that, but okay. Oh, should we give him a little neighbor? Does he need a little neighbor? Yeah, we're gonna make him now. I'm gonna make it do I want the medium-sized one or the short one? I'm feeling the medium-sized one. I guess I have to go back and get more of these stickers because, hey, you know, I'm proud of myself for using up my, oh, excuse me, that was silly. Using up my supplies. Here we go. Trees growing next to each other in the forest. That's the name of my car because it's green. Forest. And then I'll put some kind of saying there. Believe in yourself. Ooh, I got it. Ready? And I like that I'm using this burgundy color. This one says, believe in yourself. Wait for it. Wait for it. This one says, I don't get. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, you're not really missing anything. They don't have as many great deals as they used to. This one says, believe in yourself, adventure awaits you. And we need one more. Yes, I got it. I got it. Okay, this one's gonna get, these are gonna get moved, I think, because okay, we'll put this one up here. Not on the stitch though. Okay. The adventure awaits you. I know once they're down, they're down, but sometimes you can wiggle them off. Hold on a second. Adventure awaits you. And the next one is awesome. It says, be open to whatever comes next. Yes, ma'am. Be open. And I like to cut it. Be open. Will it just fit on here? I'm just going to put it across the tree. I don't want to feel like cutting it. Be open to whatever comes next. Oh, and I put it, and I put it like, I divided those little black sun-looking circles in half. So it's kind of cool. And then I'll go ahead and I'll ink up the edges. And who knows, I might go back in and add some, you know, like punch out some green circles and put them around. Or I also have, oh my goodness, I just remembered. I don't have green though, but I have these like stencils that you can use your inks on. And it'd be really cool. I'm going to do that. What time is it? I'm going to get up and get my green ink because I have to. It's calling to me. So my inks are right here. I'm going to grab my that. And my this. Here we go. We got it. I love when I have things like where they live. And here we are. Okay, cool. So I got my green. This one is actually fern green. Perfect. And I have a bunch of these little like makeup duties. See? Okay, so I will show you this next step. I love how one thing leads to another, and then before you know it, we're like, it's midnight. Okay, so do I want this shape? Why not? I'm not even going to think about the stencil. I'm just going to ink this guy up. And I'm going to go around the edge a little bit and come down and go in a little bit. So cool. I think I need a little bit more ink. I'm going to go around the tree. I'm going to push real hard. Oh, that adds so much dimension. Oh, I wish you could try this. You can use any ink for this. It doesn't have to be the fancy kind. Oh my goodness. And one of the things I'd like to teach you is how to make homemade stamps. This just got so elevated because I did a little design. It totally, like, I can't even handle this awesomeness. I think I just broke the mold on this idea. Look at can you see the ink? How amazing is that? I'm in love. All right, now I got to go back and do the other one. And I think I don't know what you like better, but I think I like these trees better than this tree. But it's not that I don't like it. I just have, this one's my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this guy up. Oh, how fun. I'm excited. I'm finally using my tree stuff. Yay, trees. Do you have, Sharon, do you have like a favorite thing? Like, I love trees and I love pumpkins. Those are always my top two faves. And then, of course, you know, you said I made, potato stamps. What a great idea. How long you can probably only use them once, right? And then you have to toss them. I make stamps out of, I'm going to do a lesson on it. Maybe I'll do that next. We can either do stamps next or paint next. I'm not quite sure. Painting sounds like fun too. Maybe paint some papers. I'm always about painting papers. I don't know why. I just really enjoy it. I don't know if I have to have a reason, but I just really enjoy it. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. Look at the ink. Ah, yay. Okay, I forgot to do the ink around the edges. Excuse me, ink around the edges on this guy. I might have come to a point in my life where I'm running out of my voice. That is like a Christmas miracle. I never run out of my voice. I was born to talk. Friends. All right, on that note, we have a few minutes left. Let me make sure I run through the steps with you so I'm not leaving anyone hanging. So I'm going to put these two here so you can gaze at their beauty. And I'll put these next to it. So we have a little bit of a system going on here. Okay, now I'm going to be an adult and I'm going to put these back in their packet because if I don't, I will be sad because I will lose them or I will dump them on the floor and then lose them and be sad no matter what. No sadness in the art room. Okay, put these in here. Oh my goodness, I have so many stickers like this. So many. And this green is going to go over here for now. And I have a little thing over here for him. And I did the edges and I did the edges. Very good. Okay, now this is the paper that tells you the sizes of things. And like I said, you can go on Google. You can type in, you know, what can I make out of my master board? And they'll give you some ideas. You know, feel free to check out other artists' master boards too. But these are the two that we made so far. Gorgeous. And let me just double check. All right. So we could decorate with stickers I wrote down. We could decorate with these word phrases, these stickers. Also, if you don't have those, you know, you always have things like, you know, your rubber stamps that are words like I have more Tim Holtz ones. I have, you know, this is just a piece of scrap. So you just stamp on anything. I mean, it all gets used. So I'll put that over there. Oh, I know I'm distracted, but this one with the coffee stamps all over it, I cannot wait to make. Oh, I love everything coffee. Okay, coffee, trees, and pumpkins. I guess those are the top three. Unicorns and butterflies. Yes, how pretty. I never really liked butterflies up until I did the last teaching thing with the friends, the encouragement thing, and the thing was butterflies. And then I was like, how come I've never liked butterflies before? This is just silly. Okay, so I'm going to put this up because I think we've seen everything we need to see. And I'm going to double check and see what the rules are. Okay, okay. So I've made cards. These are card toppers, but I'm not going to put them on cards. I'm going to write on them in my journal. These could be card toppers. They don't have to be trees, but I feel like I just got started and I just want to keep making these. So I think these might be tree ones. If you have a suggestion, what is this? I need a pair of scissors. If you have any suggestions, for what I could put on there. What are you going to make yours into, Sharon? Are you going to do like a journal tag or cards? Or I can't wait to see what colors you picked. What colors did you pick? I know unicorns and butterflies, but I don't know what colors you picked for your papers. Or were you knitting the whole time and you're pretending to make masterboards? That's okay too. And if you have anything you want to learn about, like I said, I took notes. I do want to do stamps. I do want to do homemade papers. I do want to do this thing. I'll show you real quick. Yeah, we got a minute. I want to do this. If I don't rip it. I was inspired one day by looking at my coffee cup. And I took a paper bag. And I know it's kind of bright. And I painted it with gesso. I tore it down. I painted some gesso. And then this actually is inspired by one of Van Gogh's paintings, but it's on a mug. And at the bottom, I signed it, not Vincent, because, I'm not him. And I'm not saying I'm him. I'm just was inspired by him. Oh, by the way, this was finger painted. That's the big kicker right here. This was done with only my fingers. And I went back in with like a watercolor graphite pencil and kind of did some of the lines. All right. Hold on. Let me, I can't see. Color. Oh, sorting paints. Thank you. Yeah. So this is inspired by Van Gogh. And I decided I'm going to make, and this happened to be the palette. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep that. So I'm making an entire inspired by Van Gogh journal. And this one was inspired by one of his paintings, blue flowers. I believe they're irises. And this is all, it's so textured and so yummy feeling. It's, like I said, it's a brown paper bag and this is all finger painted. And I was inspired by his blue flowers in the vase. So that's something I think if you'd like to do, it's fun. It's easy. I mean, it doesn't have to look like the actual painting. It just, you're inspired by it. You don't have to copy it. So I do have some papers like ready to go. So this is a whole journal in progress. One of the many things in progress in this art room. And it's good to have more than one project going at a time. I don't just always have like, I'm not going to be making these for the next month. It's okay if I do, but I also have this over here I'm working on and that over there I'm working on. And oh my goodness, I just had this idea. And sometimes, it can get a little hectic in here, but I think that's fine. I don't mind having a busy, hectic art room is better than not making any art at all. So yeah, so that's, excuse me. That's about it for tonight. I want to give you one last look at these beautiful things. And I'll give you one last look of the directions and the supplies. Oh, sorry. Still getting used to the whole computer thing. Look at how cute those are. We love trees. We love trees. And last but not least, I will show you now these are on, I posted these on my board. So these are the supplies. And these are the instructions, which we pretty much stuck to tonight. And I also put enjoy. So make sure you enjoy the stuff that you made tonight. And please share with me what you have made. And before I say goodbye, if you'd like to support this growing community of artists, you can like, subscribe, and you can share with your friends and everybody that you know, because they might really love this video and they might really need to know how to make a masterboard, and I can help them do that. So send them my way. Enjoy the rest of your night. Ciao for now.